Hello and welcome to NANNcast. I'm Jill, your host. Happy 40th NANniversary, NANN fans. NANN is heading to sunny Orlando for a celebratory conference meant to empower your extraordinary, fill your cup, and send you back to the unit refreshed with new learnings to share. Join us September 18th through the 20th for an amazing lineup of the latest clinical topics. Augment your experience with one of our pre-conference options on Tuesday, September 17th with either our full-day APRN Summit or our afternoon NRP Skills Hands-On Workshop. Joining me today is Adrienne Isaacs, Chair of the Annual Conference Committee, to give us an insider look at the latest evidence-based education, hands-on workshops, and networking opportunities, and of course fun, that we can expect at NANN's 40th Annual Conference. Let's get right into it. So the theme of our conference this year is Empower Your Extraordinary. What topics are going to be discussed in the conference that exemplifies this theme?
So we are really excited to have Diane Rogers as our closing keynote speaker this year. And we really jumped off of Diane's theme. I have never heard her speak, but I understand she is a very dynamic speaker, and everybody's really excited to see her. And her topic this year is creating the space to be extraordinary, manifesting being behaviors to encourage the extra in the ordinary. And so we just really thought that her message was fantastic, and we wanted to empower your extraordinary as an attendee, and we think that she is going to give us an awesome message. But we have so many other great speakers that I think play off of that. For instance, our other opening keynote speaker, and I think this will really help us be extraordinary caregivers, is that our first keynote speaker on Wednesday, they are, it's lessons from the other side of the bed. So we have some parents coming in to speak to us to just tell us about their experience. And I think learning from parents is so important because I think it helps us all to be better care providers. So that's really going to help us exemplify and empower our extraordinary. Something else that I think is going to empower our extraordinary is we have a talk this year on AI for neonatal seizures. This is a concurrent session that is aimed at all tracks because it's important for all of us to know, whether we're leaders or bedside nurses or in the children's hospitals or APRNs, to really understand seeing seizures at the bedside and on our AEGs. And so these speakers, Dr. Perkins and Dr. McManus, are going to come in and talk about AI and seizure management. So that's, or seizure identification, I should say. That is really going to empower our extraordinary too, because it's such a new way of caring for our patients, incorporating AI into this. So I'm really excited about that talk.
All of these topics are latest breaking information for how we treat our babies, especially including AI. That's a very new technology that we're probably going to be seeing in a lot of NICUs now. So it's great to get this information to us before we start seeing it, especially with neonatal seizures. And a lot of clinical hot topics this year as well, too, are going to be presented at the conference.
Yeah, so a lot of our clinical hot topics are focused. We have some respiratory care hot topics. For instance, alternative surfactant administration is going to be something we're going to be looking at. We're also going to discuss BPD. We'll also make sure that we have lots of pharmacology because everybody wants pharmacology credits. So we're going to be seeing a lot of that. And then we're going to see some other things that are just going to be focused on empowering us to face our biases. And so we have some really great DEI talks, which we always need to, that it's such an important focus. We need to address the biases that we have when we're caring for our patients. And so we always want to make sure that we have dynamic speakers who can really guide us through that and help us to be we want to be the best providers that we can be. And so we're bringing in Jessica Daigle. She is going to be speaking on the last day, if I remember correctly. Yeah, she's going to be cultivating compassion, enhancing NICU family experiences, and addressing bias in healthcare. I have not seen her speak, but I've watched some of her videos, and I'm really excited to learn from her. And that's just one of our DEI topics. Our other topic is neonatal intensive care specific anti-bias, anti-racism, upstander education, which of course that applies to all tracks. It's just such an important topic, and I'm really excited that we do put a focus on that as one of our pillars of NANN.
For our opening speaker, we do have the parents speaking about their live stories, which I know is going to have a profound impact on all of us attending the conference. Are there any other talks with families and their experience in the NICU?
We actually do have Jessie Barnes. She is coming to speak to us from her perspective, from being a NICU professional turned NICU parent. And so I think that's such an important perspective to see, because she knows what it's like to be a NICU professional. And I think it will be really eye-opening to learn her experiences as a parent in the NICU who has also been on the other side of the bed.
It seems as though NANN really chose clinical topics that were most important to our members and attendees.
Yeah, so when we meet after previous year's conference, we really want to focus on feedback from attendees, because that's really important in building a great conference for the following year. And so we gathered all of the suggestions for topics from attendees, and we focused on the ones that were most suggested. And that's how we came up with these speakers that we're having this year. And that includes pharmacology. And we have two really good pharmacology talks. One of them is fetal fentanyl syndrome. And then, of course, we're going to be having a talk on antibiotic stewardship, which is always important. And then this is not a pharmacy topic, but one of my topics that I'm really looking forward to is a topic on genomics. It's advancing neonatal precision health literacy through NICU RN genomics awareness. I just think that's going to be awesome, because I think genetics and knowing genetic stuff is one of the most challenging points of working in a NICU. And so I think this topic's going to be really informative.
The topics this year are latest breaking topics, but also so relevant to everybody in every NICU, whether you work in a level 2 NICU or a level 4 children's hospital, and even all different roles. As a bedside nurse, APRN, educator, or leader in your NICU. I think there are topics that will be of interest for everybody, and also be able to help not only our patients, but ourselves, especially when we're attending conferences about nurse burnout, topics for advocacy as well. So it's an excellent lineup and some great clinical hot topics.
Definitely. And as always, we're going to have an APRN summit. This year, it's a full day summit. So something else to enhance the conference going experience for advanced practice nurses. And this APRN summit is going to include trending clinical topics, leadership and faculty tracks. There's going to be networking opportunities, and there's also going to be some hands-on skill sessions. So I'm pretty excited for that. I think this is going to be a great learning opportunity. And that is registration is required to attend that. And this year, our pre-conference is a little different. Our pre-conference, we're bringing back the AAP, and they are going to do a half-day NRP skills workshop. And this is something that registration is also, it's an additional registration that you have to make sure to add on to your regular conference registration. There was a lot of confusion about that last year. So make sure you've added on the extra registration. But it is another hands-on NRP skills workshop, which was such a big hit last year. And I know a lot of people didn't get to attend it. So we're really excited to be partnering with the AAP again this year to bring this to our conference.
Another highlight of last year's conference was the Vaughn Case of the Year. Can we expect to be seeing that again at this year's conference?
Yes, we can. And we're actually working on that right now. So I'm very excited about that. And I think everyone really loves these little mystery diagnoses.
And speaking of mysteries, the escape room last year was very exciting. We had to save the baby. Are we going to have more escape rooms this year to test our NRP?
Yes. Another way to practice the NRP. Yes. We are going to see escape rooms sprinkled throughout the whole week. So you can, make sure there'll be lots of sessions so you don't miss the escape room this year.
Last year, we had poster presentations in a digital format. Are we continuing that format this year?
Yes. So last year was the first year we did digital posters, and it was definitely some growth opportunities for us and learning opportunities. So this year, again, we took your feedback and we integrated more presentation time because people really wanted to be able to have the opportunity to speak with the poster authors, and the vice versa. The poster authors really wanted more opportunity to speak with our attendees. And so we have been able to incorporate more time for these poster presentations and discussions throughout the conference. So we're excited to be able to bring that to you guys this year also.
After all this learning and empowering ourselves, we still need to have some fun so we can go back feeling refreshed. What are some of the fun activities NANN has planned for us?
Well, this year is a great year because it's our 40th anniversary. And so they really want to celebrate this milestone. So you're going to see a festive, even more festive celebration all week. And for NANN After Dark, the color theme is ruby red because rubies are the traditional gift for the 40th anniversary. And so I just picture lots of really pretty red dresses and red balloons and stuff at NANN After Dark. And what's exciting about NANN After Dark is I believe that we have allowed for a little more time this year. So there's going to be a little bit more time for dancing and networking, which was a big ask from our attendees last year. So I'm super excited about that. Some of the other fun things that we're going to be able to do is in our downtime, people are going to be able to go to the various theme parks throughout Orlando, and we're offering discounted tickets for that. So for anybody who wants to do that, they have a great opportunity for that. And you'll be able to access those tickets on nann.org. We also want to make sure that we address everyone's caffeine needs. So there's going to be coffee carts in the mornings, which is always a big hit and a big ask. So there will be snacks in addition to that. And then there will be provision of lunch as well for attendees during the conference, during the week. In addition to our super fun NANN After Dark, there are always cocktail parties at the end of each day. So the end of Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll have some cocktail parties. And these are in the exhibitor hall, which gives you a great opportunity to interact with all of our awesome exhibitors. These exhibitors do such a great job at interacting with us and offering us swag. And they really are interested and they want to get their important products into our units. And so they love talking to us. So I think sometimes you find that having a little bit of wine and talking to these exhibitors is a really nice combination.
For sure. And it's also a great opportunity to network with fellow nurses and APRNs and kind of get an idea of what their challenges and successes are in their NICU. Adrienne, when can we register for this conference?
So registration is open now, and that is our early bird pricing. So it's our best value pricing through June 29th. So be sure to get registered for this conference so you can have as much fun in Orlando as we're going to have. And as a registrant, you do have full access to on-demand content through December 31st of 2024. So that gives you the opportunity to revisit any sessions that you may not have been able to attend during the live conference. And NANN is the only conference that offers that. And so I think that's a really good opportunity that we're offering our attendees and our members.
Thank you, Adrienne, for joining us today to talk about this milestone conference in September with all of the insightful workshops, amazing lineup of clinical topic presentations, and all of the network and celebrations that we're going to be having in Orlando. So transform your career and the care you provide. You'll leave refreshed and inspired to create change in your unit and ultimately improve patient outcomes for our tiny patients. Get ready to empower your extraordinary. Head over to nann.org/conference to register today. Register by June 29th for best value pricing. Better yet, join NANN when you register for an additional $25 off. We hope to see you all in Orlando. Make sure you never miss an episode of NANNcast by subscribing now. This episode is made possible by listeners like you. Thanks for your support and letting us into your ears. Have a great day.